Like so many cities across America, Chattanooga has a lot of trees. You might not know that there are over 200,000 trees in the city limits alone. Many of those trees are now getting the once-over. News 12's Dave Staley explains in tonight's edition of More to the Story with Staley.
More to the Story with Staley, brought to you by TVFCU.
Rich Sully knows trees better than most. Fact of the matter is, Rich is in the scenic city for one reason. Look at our trees. Rich is an inventory arborist. He travels all across the country. For the past 3 years, he's made his living working alone, checking everything there is to know about trees. Big ones, tall ones, fat ones, skinny ones. Location, the safety factor, you name it, Rich is examining it.
Basically what I'm looking at is tree species. I'm looking at the diameter of the trunk. We broke it down into different size classes. This one will be 43 plus, and that's inches. So I'm looking at the diameter. I'm looking at if it's under utility lines, primary lines, secondary lines. I'm looking at the growth space that it's in, how large it is, and if there's damage to the hardscape. And those are the primary fields that I'm collecting.
Sully started his work here roughly 2 weeks ago. The city's Department of Public Works is able to fund this project because of a grant by the Lyndhurst Foundation. City Forester Pete Stewart says the intensive work is much needed.
It helps with planting new tree plantings. It helps knowing how to deal with pest problems. It helps with routine maintenance. Help ID species that are performing well or not performing well.
Rich Sully has looked at as many as 549 trees in one day alone. With that, he'll use his trusty iPad and inventory our downtown trees in particular. Roughly 10,000 of them.
I do this nationwide, so when I first get to a new area, I have to acclimate myself to the various species that I'm going to encounter. Just because it's a different region, they have different species. You have a very diverse oak tree community here, I will say that.
The city says it'll take about 6 weeks or so to finish up the job. Dave Staley, News 12 Now.